Welcome to the weekend Showdown Fundown podcast. I'm here with Captain Blackbeard. Um, I'm Captain Bluebeard, and I'll be the host today. And we're just going through the three Showdown slates on Saturday, January 30th, 2021. And let's just get right into it. No time to waste. The first game is Houston at New Orleans. This game is has no total yet. I think
223.
this not, so this game, yeah, this game has a total. I just press refresh. Actually, total 225. Houston's at -1. Just thing to note is New Orleans is coming off that a
Back
back
to
to
back.
back and a close game. Houston side, Dante Exum's the only one that's out. Otherwise, everybody's healthy. So break this down for us.
Yeah, so New Orleans coming off of a back-to-back. They really shouldn't have had to have run as hard as they did, but for some goddamn reason, Milwaukee really tried to make it a game last night. So these guys really did go all out last night. They all played a lot of minutes in the 30s, and it was an 8-man rotation last night. So I don't know. Look to maybe have some sneaky guys come in. Like JJ didn't play last night, so that could be a possible play. But I want to get straight into the captain's action here for this game. I have been trying a new strategy where I just go with the top producer, who I think is going to be the top producer for that night's showdown, to go into my captain slot, and then just figure out the rest as far as salary goes. For tonight, though, salary, as far as I'm concerned, really isn't an option. You can play
For this game.
for this showdown specifically. Salary just does not seem to be a real issue. You can play Oladipo, Bledsoe, and Christian Wood all at captain, and really have enough salary to like maintain some nice players throughout the rest of your lineup. Personally, for me, I will be looking at Christian Wood. What's his name? Zion Williamson or Victor Oladipo at the captain position. And then for the lower or people coming off of the bench, I'm only really looking at Josh Hart. Josh Hart is the second leading rebounder on the New Orleans Pelicans, which is absolutely phenomenal for a guard to have that with a team that has Zion Williamson and Steven Adams and Jackson Hayes coming off of the bench. The fact that a guard can come in there and just dominate on the glass, really, really impressive. So I'm really liking Josh Hart for tonight coming off of the bench. Looking at the rest of the teams, honestly, I like Lonzo Ball. He looks like he's coming back into his own. Hopefully he just keeps getting that run and doesn't get overshadowed by Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who he's been getting played. He's been getting played a good amount. Last night he was almost in there to end the game, but Lonzo got put in there in the final seconds. So I really like Lonzo. He's probably gonna end the game. On the Houston side, I really only like three players, and that's John Wall, Victor Oladipo, and Christian Wood. And that's all I'm going to say about Houston. Boogie Cousins with Christian Wood in, I really personally don't know if he's going to be producing as much as he should. Victor Oladipo and John Wall look to be back healthy, so those two really don't play into each other or don't cut into each other's usage at all, from what I've noticed. So those three guys would really be the play from Houston. What are you looking at?
Okay. Well, so basically what I'm getting from what you're saying is because salary is not an issue, it's going to be more pivotal for um, everybody's gonna know who to play. So I think for this type of slate, it's going to that one pivot player. I think will have a huge impact on a game like this. So
Right. That pivot player for me would probably be the Ingram Williamson debate. You know what I mean? That really
so yeah,
goes through every day.
yeah, the main I think it's you just gotta try to decide either if you want to play the two New Orleans guys together and then have one Houston guy, or vice versa. And so yeah, so this game, salary not an issue. So
Do you think this
again,
game stays close tonight? Do you think
Yes,
it stays as a
this game
competitive
actually.
game?
This is the out of the three showdown states. This has the closest spread. It's this, then Boston, the Boston game, and then the Golden State game. So
Hmm.
Vegas is projecting this game to stay close. So
Right.
yeah, I would just say it's you know, play the correct guys, and you will win.
Definitely. The way we were trying to make these lineups beforehand, you didn't have to dumpster dive in this game whatsoever.
Yeah.
You really
No
don't
doubt.
have to look at anybody in the 1K or even 2 or 3Ks. Really, just look at those players that get the most minutes on those teams and just differentiate where you can. I don't think you need to go too crazy. Eric Bledsoe did have a monster game, but again, that required him to have made 7 threes. So I don't know how much stock you put into Eric Bledsoe going off yesterday. It was a revenge game as well, so we have to keep that into mind. Narratives are very important in NBA. But
speaking of dumpster diving, we got the next game here. We're gonna have to do some dumpster diving.
Oh,
LA
yeah.
at Boston at 8. We got the total at 218. Right now, LA by leading by 2. We got James and Davis. The usual Q tag. We'll have to wait on news to come out. What do you like here?
Lowest total in these 3 showdown games that are happening tonight. The real question is going to be, does AD play? If AD plays tonight, definitely he is my lock at captain. No real matchup whatsoever on Boston's side that could really match up with AD. I definitely feel that he is the better option since he will be less salaried than LeBron.
Lower option too.
What's that?
He'll definitely be the lower option, lower owned option too. So you're gonna have the ownership on your side.
Absolutely.
As well as get some discount.
Absolutely. And LeBron and AD are fucking questionable every single game. So really just pay attention to that news. I don't think AD will sit out a second straight game. If he does play tonight, he will definitely he'll definitely smash, in my opinion. This is just a feeling.
He'll get the normal run. He'll get his normal run. It's just the concern was that both of these guys were questionable all season, and one guy actually did sit out the other night.
Right.
So it's just make sure you keep up with the news. And so how do you like the rest of the lineup to shape up?
So the rest of the lineup, this is a tough one. This is definitely a tough one because obviously if LeBron and AD are in, you're going to play both of these guys. And there is no questions about that. They are the 2 top producers for LA, no matter how you break it down. So you have to have these 2 guys in. With these 2 guys in, you will have to match them up with 1 star from Boston. Whether that's going to be Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, that's up to you. Jason Tatum is a little bit more pricey. I mean, we're talking $600 here, so it's not really anything too insane. But if you look at the production, Jaylen Brown has really... you put me onto this. He's really been almost matching what Jason Tatum has been doing, and at a lower price too, you know what I mean? I'll always take that because I'm just saving a little bit more salary, especially in this slate or in this showdown where that salary is going to be really important because you will be looking at the low-level guys to see what you can scrape up from there. With that being said, our feeling is to go with Jaylen Brown tonight instead of Jason Tatum. With that, when you play Jaylen Brown, that's going to tighten up your salary now. So now you're going to be looking at probably $11,000 for 3 players to play. You have to really go. You have to really choose who you're gonna want at your 1,000. Pritchard is out as far as Langford. He's also out. Who's their forward? Our opinion. In my view, how I see this game going, I think Daniel Tice is going to be fouled out within the 5 first minutes of the game with 5 quick fouls, getting his 6th. Yeah, foul per minute, getting his 6th foul at the beginning of the 3rd quarter, 1 minute in.
Beginning of the 6th minute.
Beginning of the 6th minute. And so I don't really like that play. You could always go with, is it Robert Williams, I think? Robert Williams. Or the Tristan Thompson pivot, which is great. He'll save you some cash there as well. But my real look at is Grant Williams. Grant Williams has been getting some interesting run. at 1,000, I think he could definitely bring you back at least a 10x value. I
10x,
think
10x.
I think he can at least get you to 10 points, which is really, I mean, he's a 1K guy.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. You need him to just grab 4 points and then maybe an assist and a rebound, and then he's good. You know what I mean? That's all we're looking for there.
Exactly.
My name is Jeff. Jeff is really, he's been really cold. I really can't make a case for Jeff. My only thing that I will say is I'm gonna throw everything that he's been doing to the fucking wind. I'm gonna take it as a standalone game, and Jeff Teague has to perform tonight. He really has to perform. If he doesn't,
at some point he's gonna have to, right?
He's gonna have to do something. I mean, he's not even been getting the minutes, which really boggles my mind because Pritchard's out. Where are the minutes going? Is he just not getting run? Is Kemba getting 40 minutes a night? No.
No way. No.
I don't know where. Yeah.
So, dude, I think that's why I really like this spot for him because there's obviously a chance he will get you less than a point, but at this price,
yeah, that's a high
if he
chance.
gets regular run, if he gets regular run in a close game, the path to him getting 10xing is there. So
right.
I like him as one of the value plays that also has the potential to smash.
Right. The one thing that I don't like about Jeff is we know that he's not going to be closing out the game. So he's not going to have a chance to get those late minute points. I think Grant Williams has the option to close the game just because of the size and the matchup with Anthony Davis here. They're definitely going to need to go a little bigger. So that's why I kind of like Grant Williams for his price. I'm also looking at coming from the bench from LA. I really like Montrezl Harrell tonight. Centers against Boston. I don't consider Marc Gasol even a real fucking player anymore in the NBA. So Montrez, this is going to be his spot to really smash tonight, in my opinion. Other than that, well, I did want to throw in one more thing. If either LeBron or AD does sit out tonight, Kyle Kuzma, like you said, becomes an obvious play, right?
Lock and load.
Absolutely. Do you like him at captain? If let's say LeBron sits, right? Let's say LeBron sits. I would still play AD at captain, but then obviously I would fit in.
If one of these guys ends up sitting, Kyle Kuzma will be the chalk captain for sure.
And if Kyle Kuzma ends up, if LeBron ends up sitting, and let's say Kuzma plays, I 100% love Montrezl Harrell even more. But you could also pivot to Dennis Schroeder, in my opinion, from there.
If one of these guys ends up sitting, it just opens up like a lot, just in not just in terms of like the players that you can select, just like the roster construction itself becomes wide open.
Absolutely. I mean,
there's not one guy you have to play a captain at that point.
Yeah, exactly. And at that point, you really are free to play both JB and Jason Tatum together. You know what I mean? So. Yeah. Really, the news all depends on whether LeBron and AD sit. LeBron has been going real strong. I thought that he should have sat that last game that they played against Detroit.
He doesn't get tired.
He doesn't get tired. The man does not get tired. So, let's wrap that up for LA and Boston, and let's go on to the last game.
So, we're going to move on to the last game of the night. This is it's an ugly game, just by the looks of it. But
is it ever?
This is a Golden State versus the Detroit Pistons. Game total is actually at a 223. Golden State favored to win by 4.5. Take us through this game.
I don't know how I feel about that 4.5 on Golden State side. Really, Golden State.
You think that's a fishy line? Because
I think that's
a fishy line.
I think that's a fishy line. Just because if Steph, like we were saying, if Steph doesn't produce, this team goes nowhere. There's really no second guy that can be an efficient scorer or an efficient producer other than Steph. Kelly Oubre's not going to do it. What's Draymond Green? I don't even know if he still knows how to play basketball. And James Wiseman's coming off of the bench, and he's not really. I mean, he's been doing really well coming off of the bench, but he just doesn't get the minutes to go along with that production that he should.
I don't know what they're trying to how they're trying to use him, but I can see this game. Like, I also agree with you that this is a fishy line. So would it be crazy because in a normal game with a 4.5 spread, you would most likely have three guys from each team. But
Right, right.
us speculating on that this is a fishy line, that if let's say we go on a route that Steph goes cold, would you be surprised if somebody at the top of the GPP had four Detroit guys?
No,
Or even
absolutely
five?
not. Absolutely not. I wouldn't even be surprised if, obviously, the top player in the slate is Steph Curry in this showdown.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
so
So
I wouldn't be surprised at all if Jeremy Grant was the winning captain tonight for this showdown. You know what I
me too.
mean? And then
Me
Steph,
too. Yes, yeah.
because you want that top producer in your captain slot. This is what I would love to stress to all of you guys. Unless you have some inside knowledge onto who is starting or who's getting a spot start tonight, or there's a narrative that you really is driving you home on this player, you should play who you think the top producer for that showdown game. You should put them at captain no matter what. Just stick to what you think is going to happen and then just work your way down. In my opinion, Jeremy Grant is going to be the number one captain that I have tonight. For this showdown, but you can run it back with Steph if you think that this game is going to be a close game. I'm sorry,
Yes.
if you think that
If you think it's a close game, you run it back with Curry. If you think it's gonna blow out, you fade Curry.
yeah, you can fade Curry and then just plug in your Andrew Wiggins, and then I would go with probably, I don't know, I don't know if I would take Wiseman coming off of the bench over Draymond. But Draymond seems to quit every single time if the team is just like down, or if he notices Steph Curry is not playing well. It just seems like he's not really engaged anymore. He's like, all right, he knows they're gonna lose, and then like the game just.
I think it's I think it's really important to go into this game with a game what do you call it?
A game script?
With the game script in mind. If you think so, for the people that think that this is a fishy line, and you're gonna go the Golden State will get blown out route. Why are they gonna get blown out? Chances are 95% of the time because Steph isn't performing. So in that case, your roster is gonna probably have Jeremy Grant up top, and then you're probably gonna take these cheap guys from Golden State and fade Curry. But if you think the game stays close, it's 100% because of Steph Curry. So I think it's before you start building the lineup for this particular game, it's important to take a stance on how you think the game will turn out first.
Absolutely. One thing I will have to say for showdowns though is very rarely will you get away with not playing the top player from a team, unless they are like absolutely have an awful night. There aren't going to be too
like
many
D'Angelo Russell the other night.
like a D'Angelo Russell the other night. Yep,
He got
exactly.
wrecked by the Hawks.
He got absolutely smashed. But I don't know if I can say Steph Curry that will be the same thing. What I was saying was that Steph Curry, I don't know if he's going to be. I don't know. Obviously, he's not in the same tier as D'Angelo Russell. But what are the chances you think that Steph Curry gets outscored by another player on Golden State tonight, even if he has an off
I
night?
think if Steph Curry gets 30, that's bust. And
That's
he's
a
been
bust,
putting up
right?
Yeah, he's been putting up a lot of actually 30-point games. So so that's why I said every single slate is its own, it's his own slate, and
Right.
it's relative to the team that they're playing and the salary. So if you think it's going to be a close game, that means Steph is putting in work. If you think Detroit is blowing them out, then he just simply will not get enough run to pay off his salary. So we're not comparing the Steph Curry's tier to anybody's tier. It's just depending on how we think the game is going to turn out, will these guys get the run? And I think that's for this slate in particular. I think that could be a approach. But personally, I think I would just if I was playing the showdowns tonight, this will definitely be a game that I would choose to fade, and then I would just allocate my money in the first two. Seems like.
Yeah, no, definitely.
This one's the most trickiest.
Yeah, personally, I don't know about this last showdown for the night. I'm probably, if I even do, it's going to be low dollar amount. I'm going to be focusing on the first two showdowns of the night. But just I don't know if I could fade Curry for this last game. It all depends on, like you said, it all depends on what you think is going to happen.
Percentage is very, very high, so it's gonna be a big risk to fade him, but
it could pay out.
It shouldn't be either whether you're gonna fade him or not. It's whether, because we're approaching it from, if we think the line is fishy. If we believe in the line, if we believe in the line, a 4.5 spread is nothing.
Right.
So if we don't think the line is fishy, then 100% Curry. But because we started this game off by saying we think the line is fishy, it's,
one thing I wanted to talk about though is
that dictates a Curry fade. That's what.
So one thing I wanted to talk about is Wayne Ellington. What's been going on with Wayne Ellington here?
Wayne Ellington. Oh my God, this guy put LeBron on skates the other day. That one day, the one time we played him, he smashed for us.
Mm-hmm.
He's Wayne Ellington.
He's been starting 9 games in a row.
Yep.
For the Pistons.
He's been doing all right too.
Yeah, he's definitely not been doing bad. Who does this take away from? Is this take away from Josh Jackson?
Josh Jackson, yep.
Uh-huh.
And I think a lot of people are starting to figure it out. So maybe this is a day that you go Josh Jackson route if you think everybody's going on the Wayne. Because these players, once you get to this range, they're so volatile that just based on the ownership, I think there's just not one way to like approach this. So I just can't like sum it up into one thing. Because if you look at the ownership projection, you like one's coming in at half the ownership than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Just take a shot on one of this. But like you were saying off air, this was probably like the trickiest.
Definitely.
Game.
Definitely.
So I would tread lightly on this game.
And just from honestly, noticing from my season long, because I have Jeremy Grant. Since Wayne Ellington has been in the lineup, I've noticed that Jeremy Grant hasn't been smashing as nicely. Like obviously he has had a few games where he's gotten over 40 points, but
I agree with you. I'm with you on that one.
a lot more 30s and a lot more 20s than I've seen him have. I mean, honestly, before when the season was starting, it was all 30 pointers 40s. And 40s. Yeah. And then 50s sprinkled in somewhere. So he was really smashing before Ellington came in. So Ellington has been taking some usage away from people on the Detroit side. Blake Griffin is relatively you know what I mean? Dust. I don't think he's dust. He's not even a play anymore. No. If you want to think to try to get lucky and predict his next good game,
please DM me.
Let me know what room you guys go in, and then I'll try to join that exact room.
Yeah.
Because thanks for the money, but Blake has really not been doing well. Mason Plumlee I like tonight. Kevon Looney, who we haven't talked about, he is getting these starts over the wise one, and Wiseman. It seems like it's pissing him off, but they're just not giving him enough minutes for him to be a stable rotation piece for this team yet. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about Wiseman. This might just be like a pick'em type of what's that?
Like a wait and see.
A wait and see approach. Yeah. You could be early and try to think, but I mean, there's a reason they're starting Kevon Looney over him. They obviously don't think that he can play with the starting unit. So
Steve Kerr has gone mad.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know what it could be. It could be the players telling him that. It could be Draymond just telling him, "Hey, I don't want this guy in the starting lineup," and it could be as simple as that. You know what I mean?
I did hear Steve Kerr saying that he wants to take some load off the rookie, and then by having the veteran start, then maybe take some pressure off of him.
Mm-hmm.
But this could just all be coach speak, because I don't believe in any coaches. They're gonna say we're gonna
especially Steve Nash.
12 minutes restriction, and they end up playing like 45. So
right.
Just take this with a grain of salt.
Absolutely. Honestly, I don't really. I'm about to throw up just talking about this game, so I think that might be it for what I have for this last showdown.
Sounds good. Okay. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. press the thumbs up button if you like what you see.
Uh-oh.
Or you can press the thumbs down button twice.
Right. We'll probably see a lot of thumbs down.
Press it twice though. Press it twice if you're gonna press thumbs up. So
it locks it in. It locks it in for sure that way, and
yeah, it locks it in even more. So you know, based on what I thought we talked about, I think our night is over, man. You wanna come back and just do it again tomorrow?
Fuck yeah!
All right, that's good.
All right, thanks guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one.